Welcome back to Send Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, and then we're also going to talk about is this our last chance to see BTC under 10K? And I think it might as well be like our last chance to see BTC under 10K. But we probably going to get another chance. We're also going to take a look at the bearish momentum for at least the short term, right? To see like if BTC going to break 9K. So today is just 6/15/2019, just about 22 p.m. The current price of BTC on Binance is just about like 89.50, right? So today's high is just about 89.50 also. So that's we're just gonna recap what we talked about last time, right? We're gonna take a look at the daily time frame first. When you take a look at the daily time frame, I talked about the first week of June 4th, when BTC was making this almost like 10% sell off, just about this area, right? Almost like 16% drop to the downside, right? So 16% drop to the downside. So I talked about, like I said, like BTC gonna make a double bottom just about this area, right? So that's what we exactly got, and I said like we're gonna push to the upside. So you can go back and watch that video, right? So if you want, you can go back and watch that video, right? So that was like June 4th. So let me just show you the video very shortly. So that's about June 4th, right? That's about June 7th and June 4th. So you can go back and watch June 7th and then June 4th, just about this area. So we talked about BTC going to 11K, right? So we talked about it just about this area. So if you go back to the daily time frame, we basically getting the same pattern we left on the screen, right? So push to the downside. Most people are going to be expecting a head and shoulder, but like I said, it's not going to play out, man. These head and shoulders, if you see them, it's not going to play out. So most of the time they only play it out like when you don't expect them. So and most altcoin like ontology, just a side note, it is also making a head and shoulder just like that. So I talked about BNB also making a head and shoulder at a 50% retracement before going back to retest like 40,000 sats, right? So I talked about 400,000 sats. So same scenario, BTC made a nice head and shoulder. I said like it's gonna double bottom and then we're gonna retest 9K. That's what we exactly doing. Today's high is just by like 89.70, 89.73. So what I'm expecting from now on, what I'm expecting from BTC to do is pretty much simple, right? The number one scenario I'm expecting BTC to do, I'm expecting BTC to move sideways from 9,000. I don't expect like BTC to break 9K. I mean, it can't break 9K, but I don't expect like a 12, 13K. So I'm expecting like some sideways correction very shortly from BTC, right? And most people are going to be panicking, and then we're going to get a fake out, and bang, we're going to get that move to 12K. So that's a bullish scenario, right? So at the same time, this bullish scenario can also be a inverted head and shoulder, right? So most people are not paying attention right now. So if you go to the lower time frame, you can see a nice inverted head and shoulder playing out. So most people were paying attention to this inverse head and shoulder, right? I mean this head and shoulder, but you take a look at it, really, you could be getting this move just about this area, right? We could be coming back down just about to retest like 8K, move back up and then push to the upside, right? That'll be extremely bullish. Also, it doesn't change anything about the bullishness of BTC. Let's say like we get a rejection just about like 9K, right? We could be getting a rejection. Most people are going to be shorting BTC at the 9K, 9100, 9500. So it doesn't change anything about the bullishness of BTC, and then about like BTC going to 12K, right? So I said it like on June 1st, guys. I said it on June 4th, and then June 7th, right? So June 4th and June 7th. So I said it like we head into 9K and then 12K next. So it's been like almost like over 10 days, guys. People not paying attention. And that time we were getting this sell-off, guys. It wasn't like a push to the upside. It was like BTC was dropping. So most people were panicking, calling for 6K, 5K, 2K. I mean, it's most likely we're never gonna see BTC at 2K. So we have a very, very small chance of seeing BTC at 2K. I said it, back then, like when BTC was just about, let's go back, like back in March, right, guys? Back in March, I said it just about this area, guys. Just about this area. March 16 and March 24th, I said it, last time to see BTC under 4K. So you go back to my YouTube channel, you can see like BTC, price update, last chance to buy BTC under 4K. That was March 16, guys, March 16. And then you go back just about last week, I said like BTC is heading to 11, 12K, guys. That's the same pattern I drew just about this area, a flat correction, double bottom, a push to the upside, guys. So people not paying attention. On February 22nd, guys, I said like BTC gonna be making a inverse head and shoulder, a push to the upside, and then we're gonna be heading like to 51, 53. That's exactly what we did, guys. So people not paying attention, guys. You can see like just about this area was March 10th. I said like how the inverse head and shoulder was playing out, guys. I showed you guys how it was playing out, and then we went to 52 to 5300. Now we almost at 10K. That's exactly what we got just about March 17th, guys. March 17th, guys. So BTC is extremely bullish, guys. We're gonna be seeing almost like 30,000 BTCs this year, guys. 30,000 BTC. So people are just slipping. And then $80,000 BTC next year, and then we're almost gonna hit like $350,000 BTC by 2022. So people are just slipping, guys. People are just slipping, waiting for 2K BTC. Hopefully we're gonna get it, but the chart is not calling for any lower numbers, guys. The chart is not calling for any lower numbers. So we also talk about one more thing, guys. We compare Litecoin and BTC about this flat correction. If you're new to the content, how we knew like BTC gonna be moving to the upside, guys. We say BTC made a flat correction just about this area and pushed like 70% to the upside. So you take a look at this flat correction. You got almost like 90% move to the upside, guys. Almost 90% move to the upside if you take a look at it from the bottom, right? But if you take a look at it, be conservative, you got 75% move to the upside. So we're repeating the same exact pattern, guys. I said it since like 22nd of March, guys. Actually 22nd of February. We're repeating the same exact pattern. So I'm looking for another 70% move from BTC just about this area, guys. Just to be conservative. People are just waiting for some 2K BTC. You're looking for another 70% move. It'll take you just about like 12K, right? You're looking at 12K, and 12K is very important for BTC, right? 12K is very important. If you take a look at the entire move, right? You take your Fib levels. If you take your Fibonacci, you can take a look at where 12K is at, right? So a pullback from 20K, swing high to swing low, just about this area. You're looking at 12K. 12K is just about like between 50% and then 0.618. So it is pretty important, like it is pretty important to pay attention to these details, guys. It is pretty important. It is pretty important to pay attention to these details. So it is the same scenario like when BTC was just about like 4K, right? So when BTC was about 4K, what we talked about, guys, we say BTC gonna go to 6K, right? So how we knew BTC gonna go to 6K, right? So you take a look at the Tetherford. That's exactly what we said, guys. That was back in April. We said you take a look at the Tetherford. BTC gonna pull back 0.618 from the Tetherford, guys. That's exactly what we said, man. That's exactly what it, and you take a look at it, we came back exactly at 0.618, just about this area, right? just about there, and Bitcoin was just about like 4,800, and then we were calling for 6K, guys. So now we're calling for 1,300. Most people are calling for most people are calling for 2K BTC is not going to 2K anytime soon, not in 2019, guys. I said it 3 months ago, guys, since like February. We're not going to 2K again, so keep that in mind. So most people are going to be buying BTC at 80K, guys. They're going to be buying BTC at $80,000. So let me take a look at the chart room very shortly. BTC is extremely bullish, guys. It's nothing bearish about BTC. I mean, on our way down, like, when we got the bearish momentum, you could say like, oh, we could be going like to 2K. Even myself, I was thinking like we could like head to 2K, but after we got these, this reversal pattern, I completely changed my mind, right? I completely changed my mind as soon as we got this reversal pattern. So if you're waiting for BTC 2K, guys, good luck, but it's not something like we could be expecting, at least for the short term, maybe in 2020 or something like that, but not in 2019. So hey, what's up, Vet? What's up, Humi? So seems like we're getting slight rejection, just about like 8,900, 8,950, but it's not a big deal, guys. It's not a big deal. We could be moving sideways at least the next couple of days to let like altcoin like move, get some breathing rooms, and then BTC gonna be extremely bullish after that. So you take a look at the volume. We're not even receiving like enough volume. The last like let me see, last 10 days almost. Just about like last 8 days, right? Take a look at the volume. It's not even that much, right? So we talked about volume back in like back in March, and I said that BTC gonna be receiving like a lot of volume, right? Just about this area. I said like we're gonna be getting like a big spike to the upside. That's exactly what we got. So what I'm expecting from BTC, just about this area of future neckline. So I'm expecting this area to be just BTC to be making like some head and shoulder, and most people are gonna be panicking. Most people are gonna be panicking. We're gonna make another U-turn, right, guys? We're gonna make another U-turn just like that, get this and push to the upside. I said it, even when BTC was dropping to the downside, just about this area, we got a nice inverse head and shoulder. That's exactly what I said. Also, if you go back to the lower time frame, I think we got this move just about this area, right? Most people were panicking, guys. BTC is making the same move. If you go back to this, just about this area, right? Take a look at, just pay attention to this move, right? People were expecting a drop just like that, right? Just like that, they were expecting a drop. Look at what happened, a fake out, a push to the upside. So we're getting the same exact move. If you go back to the daily time frame, get the same exact move, right? We got the same exact move on the daily time frame, right? People expecting, inverse head and shoulder, head and shoulder like that, and then it just like, surprise you with a big move to the upside. So it is no surprise, like people are, it is no surprise that, BTC keep making like the same exact move over and over again, right? So keep that in mind. We're most likely going to drop back down to like 82 to 8,500, go back up to 9K, and then push to the upside, so to 12K, and that's it. That would be like our last chance to see BTC under 10K. So hopefully guys, hopefully that's gonna be the last chance to see BTC under 20K. Take a look at the RSI. RSI is looking extremely bullish, so no sign of reversal. We talked about like when RSI was just about this area, we're gonna be moving sideways, and then we're gonna get some reversal pattern. The daily time frame is just about like 66, but you go back to the 4-hour time frame, it is actually like somewhere around like 82. So which means like, you know, the daily time frame has like a plenty of room to go, because the daily time frame is lower than the, you know, is lower than the 4-hour time frame. So even like if the 4-hour time frame like drop back down like that just to get some more momentum, you know, the daily time frame is not going to be moving too much. It's just going to be moving sideways. You know, all of it, it's not going to be oversold. It's still going to be stay like just about like 66 to 60, right, in this range. We're still going to be like, we're still going to be getting like, you know, plenty of momentum to like go up to like a 70, you know, 80, 90. So we're almost at 9K, right? And then the RSI is only 66, right? And then you got to remember, you know, we got rejection from 9K. Just about this area. Let's go back. Just about this area. We got a rejection from like 8,400, and then we got another rejection just about like 9K, and then you take a look at the RSI levels, just about like almost 90. You know, you got your divergence just about like you know, 80. Now we just about 66, and then, you know, we at the same price level, you know, and the RSI is only at 66. So you got to imagine if BTC is able to get back like to 80, 85, right? Price gonna be just about like $15,000, guys. $15,000. So keep that in mind, guys. BTC is extremely bullish. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. You take a look at the weekly time frame. That's what I was hoping BTC to do, just to close above 87.50. We just about like 89.50. So I'm not expecting BTC to do anything but just to stay about like you know, above 82.50, right? I mean, not 82.50, 88.50. Actually 87.50, right? Because 87.50 is just about just about like this last week open, right? Last week open was like 87.26. So if BTC is able to stay just about like 87 to 87.50, we could be getting plenty of momentum, right? Plenty of momentum to go up to the upside. I mean, go to the upside, not up to the upside. So you take a look at the volume also. The current volume is, you know, the lowest, you know, the lowest volume we received like the last, since like when? Since like you know, first week of I mean last week of April, right? Last week of April, just about this area. That's you know, lowest. That's basically the lowest, you know, volume we received like since like you know, last week of April, right? But you take a look at the body candle. So the body candle is twice as big, you know, as this body candle. So we got like, you know, plenty of room to go if BTC is able to close above like 87.50, right? 87.50. So BTC is extremely bullish, guys. We're not receiving any weekly volume bigger than you know, May 13th weekly volume, right? So you got to keep that in mind. We're not receiving any big volume bigger than, you know, May 13th volume. So May 13th, the week of May 13th is very important, right? It is very important. It is very important. And then it is very important. The week of March 25th is also very important, because you got to think about it. This week altcoin got like burned, so you got to keep that in mind, right? You know, you got to keep that in mind. You know, May 13th, you know, April 1st, March 25th, you know, altcoin got burned. So altcoin are getting burned again, and then we're not getting like enough volume. So most likely we're going to receive this volume next week. So keep that in mind. We're going to get plenty of volume next week. So plenty of volume next week. Let's go to Bitstamp and then take a look at the monthly chart. When you take a look at the monthly chart on Bitstamp, because we cannot take a look at the monthly chart on the I mean, we can take a look at it on Binance, but it doesn't have enough history, right? So when you take a look at the monthly chart on Bitstamp, right? Let me just remove all of this. So when you take a look at the monthly chart on Bitstamp, right? So I want to take a look at it with the stochastic first. When you take a look at the stock outside, guys, we talked about it since like April, guys. Since like April, we said like the stock gonna be, the monthly chart gonna be overbought, guys. So the monthly chart was just about this area. That was like April, guys. As soon as we got that $1,000 move, we said like you know, BTC, the stock outside is going like to overbought, guys. We said it. Most people were focusing on the lower time frame, like the weekly and then the daily. I said like when you know, on the bullish momentum, you don't want to be focusing too much on the weekly and then on the daily on the stock outside, because it is going to be just noise, right? So you want to focus on the monthly. You take a look at the monthly. I said that we're going to get a vertical line all the way up to overbought, guys, all the way up to overbought. That was like, you know, almost like that was like almost over 90 days, guys. That was almost over 90 days. That was back in March, guys, April. So we say that, guys. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the stock on the weekly chart, because we said on the weekly, you know, it is just going to be noise. Most people were, you know, expecting the stock, right, just about this area, right, to get back to this area of a sold region. So I said like it's not gonna be possible for this stock to get back to this area of you know, oversold. It is most likely gonna get back. It is just gonna be making this type of noise, just like this type of wave. So that's what we're gonna be getting, right? So you take a look at the monthly. You go back to the monthly. The type of wave we got just about this area, right? That's what we're gonna get on the weekly. So I said it like 90 days ago, guys, 90 days ago. So that's what we're gonna get. So expect like BTC to be making these type of waves. Change the color, you get red, right? So like that, right? Like that. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So just because like the weekly stochastic is overbought doesn't mean like it has to be oversold, right? Because you go back to the bull run time, right? Just about this area. Take a look at it. Take a look at it. Come on, don't do that. So just put it back on the screen. Just like that, right? Just because it is overbought, you go back to a bull run time. You have to go on the monthly, right? Just because it is overbought doesn't mean like it has to be oversold, right? So just because it is overbought doesn't mean like it has to be oversold, right? So just like that, I'm expecting like at least for another couple of weeks for the stock outside to stay just about this area on the weekly time frame, not on the monthly, because the monthly we're not there yet, right? We're not there yet, but we're gonna get there, you know, very shortly. Maybe during the summer or something like that. We're gonna get there, hopefully, right? So, but BTC is extremely bullish. So let's talk about the volume on the monthly also. It is quite interesting when you take a look at the volume on the monthly. When you take a look at the volume on the monthly, we just received like half of the volume we received like last month, right? So last month the trading volume was just about just about like 1.5 million. This month is just about like 500,000, right? So we only got like 1/3 of the volume we got last week, and then BTC is still like trading, you know, just about 9K. So we got another like 1 million, you know, trading volume. You know, BTC trading volume, you know, we could be expecting. So that's a lot, guys. 1 million trading volume, because you gotta think about it, right? Back in April, we only got 1 million, 1.2 million, right? 1.1 actually, 1.1 million trading volume. Back in April, right? We did you know, almost BTC went all the way up to 5200, right? We closed at 5320, you know. So BTC went up like almost 1200, right? Back in April, right? So I'm expecting like at least a 1 1 million trading volumes this month. So you could be expecting at least BTC to close above like 10K this month, right? At least above 10K. So if like we close below like 8,500, that'd be really bearish. Like if BTC is, you know, if BTC like closes below you know, 8,500, so it'll be really bearish, at least for the short term. It'll be really bearish. So we have to close at least above 10K this month, you know, to keep up the bullish momentum. Hey, what's up, BVM1? Thank you. So BTC is extremely bullish, guys. So if you've been following the channel since like, you know, at least like February, you know how bullish we were, you know, on BTC. Like we've been calling like you know, 10K BTC since December, guys, since December. So we've been calling for 10K BTC. If you go back to my channel, you can go back and even on my trading view, you know, go back on my trading view, December 15th, stuff like that, I started calling for 10K BTC. So it's not like you know, we've been calling for 10K BTC like just about this area, guys. I should have a playlist of that, but we will see. So BTC is extremely bullish, guys. Litecoin is extremely bullish. Ethereum about to hit $600. Most people waiting for, you know, when I was calling for, you know, Ethereum 175. That was like 5 months ago. Ethereum was almost like, you know, I think like $80, guys. $10,000 BTC. You know, $10,000 BTC, guys. Let's say $1,000, but 5,300. We were calling it, you know, back like in 5 months ago, guys. 5 months ago. So guys, people are just sleeping, guys. People are just sleeping. That was my first video when I was calling for reversal, you know, BTC making a falling wedge and a push to the upside. So that was actually one of my first video I made, and then we actually made a you know, a falling wedge and a push to the upside, inverse head and shoulder, guys. So people are not paying attention. They're not paying attention, guys. They're not paying attention. They're not paying attention, guys. They're not paying attention. So yeah, that's about it for today, guys. If you don't have any coins you guys want to talk about, I'm just gonna call it a day. I just wanted to talk about BTC today, no altcoin. If you want to join the Telegram group, make sure to click the link underneath the description. You can join the Telegram group, and then we can talk about alt. But BTC is extremely bullish. All right, one BVM1. All right, so I'm just gonna leave you with that that daily time frame inverse head and shoulder, and then hopefully it's gonna play out like that. And then most people are gonna be panicking as soon as we get this drop to the downside, guys. So keep that in mind, guys. BTC is extremely bullish. A drop to 9,000, I mean not 9,000, but a drop to 8,000 is not going to change anything about the bullishness of BTC. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, guys. So BTC is extremely bullish. So extremely bullish, guys. Extremely bullish. It is just gonna be like April 1st, guys. Just like April 1st breakout, 8,000, you know, 2,000 point move to the upside, guys. Yeah, you gotta think about it, guys. You know, if BTC gets to 10K and then we get a 20% move, it is gonna take us like to 12K, right? So it is gonna be a very easy move, guys. Very strong, easy move. So keep that in mind very shortly. So don't be panicking as soon as you see like some 10% sell off. It's not a financial advice, but keep that in mind, guys. So, all right. Thank you for watching. XRP will wake up very shortly. We will talk about XRP on the next live stream. So I just wanted to focus just on BTC, but XRP gonna wake up very shortly.